Hi, welcome back to Make It with Kim, where we are working on emptying our freezer. So this is week 3, and our deep freezer is about half full. So I kind of used the Three Rivers planner idea, and I wrote down everything I wanted to use, and then I made a meal plan out of that. So the goal is to empty the deep freezer. So I've been taking everything out of the freezer in the bottom of our fridge and then refilling it with the stuff from the deep freezer. It's about half full now, so it's going good. So the things I wanted to cook with today were hamburger, pork chops, hot dogs, spaghetti sauce, applesauce. I had some yellow peppers, celery, onions, frozen sandwiches, and that I had made a couple of months earlier, turkey, carrots, zucchini. Now I was gonna use the applesauce in a cookie recipe to substitute something, but I didn't end up making the cookies. So Tuesday we're gonna just make some honey garlic meatball subs. So I'm just making the same meatballs I've made in a previous video. I ended up cooking all the hamburger meat because I figured we could also use that in our spaghetti sauce. And then on Wednesday, we're just gonna keep it simple with pork chops, mashed potatoes, veggies, but we're also going to make some cheese that day. So I had some frozen milk I took out, and I seen some TikTok videos. So hopefully it works out and we're going to have cheese that I can add to our spaghetti on Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to make those scone dogs that we didn't end up making previously. And this was also when I was going to make the cookie dough. We were going to make the cookie dough on Friday, and then I was going to bake it Saturday morning to have like a weekend treat. Saturday, we're just going to make some turkey and rice soup. So I'm just going to add the frozen veggies with the turkey and some rice to a crock pot and just let it simmer all day. And then we're going to eat it with those sandwiches that we took out of the freezer. And then Sunday, we always have lots of leftovers. So leftovers is going to be a nice, easy Sunday. So on Wednesday, I had also decided I was making the cheese, but I also decided that I was going to render some pork fat, and I just added the rest of my bacon grease to that too because bacon's pork, so I thought it could just be added. I just wanted to make it simpler and easier to use. It will be lard when it's melted, and I'm just going to put it in a mason jar. So I boiled the milk. Now we're adding some vinegar to it. This is all it said to do on TikTok, and I did get some cheese curds, which was really exciting. So I'm straining it over a fine mesh strainer with a coffee filter. This does take a lot of time, and if you don't have the patience, it's really not a fun project. I did lose my patience a little bit, and I was starting to use the spoon to like move the curds around so that the whey can drain a lot quicker. I think in the end, I don't know that I show it on video, but I did take the coffee strainer out. I took it out to do the majority of it, and then I did put a new coffee strainer in because I'm going to actually just cover this and let the rest of it drain overnight, and then I'll check it tomorrow when I make the spaghetti sauce. So then for dinner, we just had the mashed potatoes, the pork chops that I fried up, and I steamed, in my rice cooker, I steamed some of the veggies that were frozen. So it's the next day, and I'm just making a simple spaghetti sauce. I always make a ton of this, and then I end up freezing it, or this time I actually ended up canning it because obviously I'm trying to empty the freezer. So in the pot, I already have tomato juice, a pasta sauce that we just bought from the store, and the rest of that hamburger meat. So I'm just chopping up some veggies to add to the pot. So I do onions, mushrooms, and peppers. Now, if I had more, I would add more to it. So I think my mom always added celery to it and probably a few other things. but this is just me keeping it simple. What I usually do is just chop everything, I put it in the pot, and then I let it simmer for a couple of hours until dinner. And then that's when I make my spaghetti or whatever noodles we chose that day, and it's super simple. And now I'm just gonna add in my garlic. So you can put as much garlic as you'd like. I think I put in 2 tablespoons here. And then I'm gonna add salt, parsley, oregano, and then I had some basil from the garden that I dehydrated last year. So you can see me taking it off the stems. Again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Take them off the stems before you dehydrate them. It just makes life easier in the long run. Future you will be happier. I also added some pepper. Now, usually I like mine a little spicy and usually add red pepper flakes, but Andy doesn't like that. So after it's cooked and I add it to my bowl, I add the red pepper flakes and the Parmesan cheese to it after. This is the cheese we made yesterday. It actually turned out not too bad. I had put it in the fridge. Now, it tasted kind of plain, so when I tried it the day before, I had added some steak seasoning and mixed it in with it, and it was pretty good. I probably wouldn't make it just as a cheese just to eat like that, but to put it on the spaghetti, it was creamy and it was actually pretty good. Next time I make spaghetti, I would probably do this again. I think I still got another bag or so in the freezer. So I'm just sprinkling it on, and you could probably add more too. I think I went back and added a bit more to it.